Therapy dogs in the classroom is a growing phenomenon. Teachers are beginning to understand the impact that our canine friends have on the students. Therapy dogs can positively impact mood and stress, and they can act as a social lubricant to promote communication and social emotional development. This is Hazel. She is my pet, but she and I are also a certified therapy dog team. We visit children with special needs, ranging in ages from about 3 to 21. She's a really good fit for this job. She loves it. She has a very calm disposition. She's eager to interact, and she has a very intuitive nature. In my experience as a therapy dog handler, students are very eager to see therapy dogs. In fact, they become very excited, possibly a little too excited. Students might swarm therapy dogs, causing the therapy dogs undue stress. This is a perfect time to offer instructional opportunities that promote social, emotional, and communication skills. Let's face it, the classroom can be a wild place when the children are excited. This can be unenjoyable for a dog, though. A dog who is stressed may lick their lips, yawn, or pin their ears back. Just as we must follow etiquette in human interactions, we must also follow etiquette in human canine interactions. So, before Hazel visits any classrooms, the teachers assess the children's readiness to interact with a canine. We assess their ability to ask permission to touch Hazel, how to be near her without being in her personal space, and, most importantly, to ask where she likes to be petted. You might be thinking, I thought therapy dogs could handle anything. Well, therapy dogs are very tolerant. They're so tolerant it could actually lead to learning inappropriate behaviors. For example, hugging could be considered bad manners in dog speak. Hugging a non-certified therapy dog in the community could lead to injury. Good manners promote safety in the classroom and community. As Hazel's handler, I have an awesome responsibility towards her. Our journey is built on trust. Each visit that we take together is another opportunity to develop trust or lose it. So, I always let people know that she does have the right to say no to any interactions. Effective incorporation of a therapy dog into classroom activities is possible when the teacher and handler closely communicate. The teacher needs to know the capabilities of the therapy dog while designing standard-based instructional activities. The handler may provide recommendations that align with the dog's strengths. Students may practice raising their hand for recognition when they wish to interact with a therapy dog. Hazel visits classrooms ranging from 2 to 20 students. In the larger classrooms, the children sit in a large circle. Teachers pick 2 or 3 children at a time to interact with Hazel so as not to overwhelm her. And as you can see, she loves the attention. At the beginning of each visit, there are always more children who want to visit Hazel than can be accommodated. Thus, these children are asked to wait quietly until they are called upon by the teacher. Teaching these types of functional skills prepare them for classroom learning and being in the community, and it makes the visits a lot more fun. The students may practice saying no if they do not wish to interact with Hazel. Some children, even after parents provide permission, do not like dogs. This is absolutely okay, and we should expect our students to be empowered enough to say no when they are uncomfortable with a particular situation. Students may practice saying please, thank you, or may I please pet your dog during these visits. Despite the dog hair on their clothing, the children that we visit are typically very excited and grateful for Hazel's presence in the classroom, and we are very grateful to be there with the children and helping them learn. Students may practice respecting personal space of their peers and a therapy dog by reading in a chair rather than laying down on the dog to read. While some therapy dogs are tolerant of being jostled or being laid upon, it is best to practice good etiquette so all interactions remain positive. Sometimes our visits may be outside, learning about exercise and its impact on the body. During these visits, the students must help each other stay together as they move from the classroom to the outdoor space. This requires walking with buddies and encouraging others to stay with the group. Both Hazel and the students have such fun moving as a group and watching each other. Hazel and I sometimes visit children with emotional or behavioral delays. There have been times in the past where a child has yelled in Hazel's presence or tried to hit her. This is one of the primary reasons why we assess child readiness. If a child is unready, then the student practices appropriate interactions using a stuffed dog. Therapy dogs are often called a social lubricant, which means they support a child's communication with other peers. A therapy dog serves as a focal point, thus a conversation may revolve around the dog. This is a wonderful opportunity for small groups of children to interact with the dog and talk amongst themselves about their own pets or their personal interests. Teachers also use Hazel's visits to highlight the positive qualities of our friends. Teachers ask me to point out some of Hazel's best qualities, and I would say that I appreciate her loyalty as we sit under a tree. Our favorite activity is playing catch with a tennis ball, although she might say that she likes to eat grass the best. Hazel and I visit young students with physical disabilities too. These students rely on paraprofessionals and teachers for physical assistance. The teachers design activities so students can practice asking for help from an appropriate adult in the classroom. Typically, the students may either verbally communicate or use communication devices. There is a quote by Roger Karras, who was a noted wildlife photographer and author, that sums up how dog owners feel about their dogs. He said, "Dogs are not our whole life, but dogs make our lives whole. If Hazel and I can bring some of this happiness into the class, then we are all the better for it." Therapy dogs provide children in classrooms with the opportunity to interact with something that does not judge or evaluate them. Dogs simply live in the present with you. They have the ability to change your mood and your willingness to engage in learning tasks. Hazel enjoys this work, and I believe that the children enjoy Hazel.